Shoppers set a record for single-day online sales on Cyber Monday. Internet sales totaled $3.1 billion, which beat projections made by industry analysts. And while that may indicate a robust economy, it also means less money for city and state budgets, since many online retailers don't collect sales or use taxes. In Oklahoma, online sales are even more concerning to retailers.
For many Oklahomans, the season is about celebrating the birth of Jesus. But for retailers, it's the biggest business season of the year, and for families, one of the most expensive. Now, more dollars than ever are not exchanged at brick and mortar stores.
You buy a lot online?
I just started buying more online. I used to not.
Morgan Bishop, like thousands of other Oklahomans, enjoys the convenience of shopping online. Natasha Tevaba purchases nearly everything on the web.
For some reason, just the crowds, and I just prefer to be able to look at the specs of things in my own home. I have more time to research products and stuff online, so that's primarily why I prefer it.
Browsing for gifts online can be a money saver in more ways than one. When you check out and pay, there may be one line blank, the one that says taxes owed. David Blatt with the Oklahoma Policy Institute says a Supreme Court decision allows it.
If a retailer lacks nexus, which is a physical presence in a state, then the state could not require that retailer to collect and remit the tax on purchases.
So that means stores like Target and Walmart do collect Oklahoma use taxes. Others, like the giant online retailer Amazon, which doesn't have a physical presence in the state, don't. Does it ever cross your mind that you can save money by not paying taxes on some websites?
Oh, absolutely. I think that's a big thing people think about. I mean, the holidays come around, saving money is probably the number one thing that's on people's mind.
It's estimated that the state and cities in Oklahoma lose anywhere from $180 to $200 million a year in internet sales tax. That is particularly concerning to people like Tulsa Mayor Dewey Bartlett.
The city of Tulsa itself is losing $20 million a year.
Bartlett explains Oklahoma is unique to the rest of the nation when it comes to sales taxes.
Oklahoma is the only state in the union that has a requirement that all municipalities, their sole source of tax revenue is from the sale of retail products.
According to Bartlett, the growing loss of sales tax dollars is cutting into core services like policing. Blatt says it also hurts Main Street.
If they have to compete with an online retailer that doesn't have to charge tax, it creates a 8, 9, 10% competitive disadvantage.
Oklahoma's Secretary of Finance, Preston Dorflinger, says there really isn't anything the state can do to curb the sales tax drain.
Basically, there's a Supreme Court decision which doesn't allow states to collect, and Congress would have to free up the states and give them the ability to do that.
Paula Ross is the Public Information Officer for the Oklahoma Tax Commission.
When you think about all the places that people can buy on the internet, I mean, there's now so many merchants out there that don't have a presence in Oklahoma that without federal law it is a very difficult thing to monitor.
For years, some members of Congress have tried to address the issue with the Marketplace Fairness Act or the more recent Remote Transactions Parity Act of 2015. But United States Senator James Lankford says those proposals have no traction at the Capitol and that it is a state, not a federal concern.
The issue of whether you pay sales tax on an internet purchase is a settled issue in Oklahoma law. It's been Oklahoma law for a long time.
On Oklahoma tax returns, line 20, there's a place for taxpayers to declare what online or mail order taxes are due.
We've had millions of dollars coming in on that line because I think most of the time people realize their local communities are dependent on that money, and most people want to comply with the law, so it's something that we've had pretty good success with. But in saying that, there's still millions of dollars out there uncollected.
Lankford says he went to the Tax Commission and found out only 4.5% of all Oklahoma tax filers pay taxes on their online purchases.
And anyone who does not pay sales tax for an online purchase and turns in their state income tax is perjuring themselves.
If an audit were to reveal a taxpayer did not declare online taxes owed, they would have to pay up and be levied a fine.